This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals.
The vacation style property is a completely different booking dynamic. When I say booking, it's who's booking the property, who's staying it there, why are they coming to town? And so what we realized is that you can get a house for $200 or $250, put all the bells and whistles you want on this sucker, and in my market, you're gonna be able to get between $60,000 and $80,000 gross revenue on that property a year. So what I came up with was this 20% rule. So if the house is valued at $300,000 valued, right, the appraisal, if it's at $300K, then it should be doing $600 or $60,000 a year in gross revenue. And so we had these just sprinkled in all these little pockets throughout our area. And it is difficult because the regulations have never been tougher. A lot of cities and states and municipalities and stuff like that are cracking down on it. But there are all these gaps between unincorporated areas or areas that have a very high demand but few properties. In this one city, about 15 minutes from my house, I did get lucky with this one. There was no Airbnbs. But the city, okay, it didn't have any restriction. But nobody was rolling the dice because you'd go to AirDNA. Everybody goes to AirDNA, check their property. Well, if the data is shit, then it's going to show your property is crap. So we would look at the data, and it says our property is going to do terrible. Well, there's no data to pull from.
Right.
So we went ahead, we rolled the dice a little bit. This was 2 of those houses that I was supposed to flip. We went ahead and re-renovated them, all made them cute, put shiplap up. My wife and I took a trip and saw Chip and Joanna Gaines down in, we didn't see them. We went to see their property, the silos and all that. And we got so many awesome ideas. We stayed in one of their short-term rentals. And anyway, so now all our houses got these floating shelves and shiplap. It's just gorgeous. My wife manages all these too. So don't think that I actually know how to do that side of the business. Trust me, bro, that's all her. Managing cleaners and how to fold a bed and towels. I'll mess it up to the day I die. But so we rolled the dice with those 2 houses, and they're just doing phenomenal. And the number one question I get, or maybe it's not even a question, it's more of a statement. It's why are people coming to your house? This doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, I don't know. Go ask Hilton. Go ask Holiday Inn Express. Go ask Marriott. Why did you spend $12 million and build that hotel there? That's the question. If there's a hotel nearby that's in the newer, I'm not talking about a rundown piece of crap 40 years ago someone built and things have totally changed, then there is a draw to that community. And so Blair and I, we started polling everybody. Why are you coming to town? Well, man, I've heard everything. And honestly, very few things are repeating other than family. The number one is family. They're either coming because somebody's having a kid or they want to see their grandkids. There's a funeral, there's a wedding, whatever. A lot of that stuff going on. And people don't want to stay at a hotel. They want to be together. And they want to have amenities in a kitchen, in a living room, and a dining room, and all these things, right? And a game room. We're really big about the game rooms. And so, taking all that into consideration, then you got to look at all the business reasons people are coming to town. So there was a haunt convention this weekend in St. Louis. I knew nothing about. I Googled it. It is legit, man. Not people dressing up, but haunted houses and I guess shit you buy for your store, all this stuff. 3-day event in St. Louis, man. And that's what I realized is there's a convention for everything. There's a convention for t-shirts, for freaking furniture. There's a convention for food. There's a convention for any type of business that you're in. Short-term rental is a convention in Nashville. In the CG that we go to. Convention for real estate. Everything
Right.
that you can think of, there's a convention for. So anyways, we had rock climbing championships, all sorts of little league stuff during the summers. Oh my gosh. And they're coming for a week because they're going to make a trip out of it. And I do not live in a tourist destination. And so
Right.
then what I realized is there are so many pockets across the U.S. just like St. Louis. So you got to stay out of the city and look for those suburbs around the outside of that city that have nice, affordable housing.